All right, everybody. Again, it is still Tuesday, April 21st, 2 days from departure. The bikes are coming along. We've got the blue GTS 250. We've already shown the fuel racks, but you can kind of see the fuel racks. And we've actually fabricated this kind of spare tire holder slash spot for spare parts and tools. So we took a piece of sheet metal and cut a nice circle out of it, made up these brackets. Drilled the brackets through so there's mounts that come all the way through it. But we kind of drilled these holes here so we can kind of put a bag on top and bungee cord through those holes. So give our bungees a nice mounting point. And you can kind of see the mounting bolts kind of run all the way up through there. Straight up. We welded some little spacer tubes on to the top piece of the plate, and you'll see what it looks like from the top side. So we kind of ran a piece of all thread and we made these long bolts. These tubes are all welded in place, and this kind of provides a nice kind of standoff because we put like a top lid on this thing. But we kind of figured if people have an idea like, what kind of spare parts we're kind of bringing on the trip. Again, the nice thing about this group is for the most part, we're all on similar size bikes. There's basically the 5 250s and 300s, and then there's the one oddball 200 and the one oddball 150. But you see we've got an extra belt that's kind of tucked away in here. And the nice thing with this, we're taking a spare tire that's also going to be mounted to a rim, so we'll have 2 spare tires amongst us. The exhaust bushing, that's a high wear item, so one of those is in there. Already tucked in here is like a flat tire, like a puncture repair kit. Taking an extra used, really dirty throttle body, just in case. Everything kind of tucks in here, nice and tidy. This is a bit excessive, but the fuel pumps, they're not prone to failure, but if they do fail, it's like you'd be kind of screwed down there in Mexico, so able to stuff that thing in there. Got some grease, some black gloves, stay tidy. We've got an extra spark plug wire here. Never know on that one, some tubing, like an emergency cable, just in case something cable operated breaks. Taking a spare lever in case a bike falls over. Have to get used to, we might have to unpack this every once in a while at some of the checkpoints. Who knows? There's an extra injector there for any of the 250s and 300s. Again, another key item, not likely to fail, but if it does, be kind of a bummer. We normally take fuses and extra relays as well. Again, simple stuff that can really kind of simplify your life if you're down there. Got an extra spark plug cap. Another item that can kind of break at any time on these bikes. Some kind of extra hardware, hose clamp, dipstick, an extra valve stem, just some kind of common stuff. So some of those bolts are actually exhaust mounting bolts. Again, not really sure. There's some fuses, like I said earlier. What else is that? A couple bearings. Not sure even where those go. That's more Robot and Eric as the mechanics on the trip. Extra headlight bulb. Another thing that can kind of go out at any time. Simple thing to replace on the side of the road. A couple extra regular incandescent bulbs as well. The cool thing with using the tires, you got to take a tire anyway, so might as well use that space for something. Mounting a tire anywhere in Mexico is pretty easy. You drive through town, anybody that's done those trips, you can kind of go through a town of 5 people and there'll be 2 tire shops. It's pretty amazing. A couple factory tools we're taking. There's the tool here to remove the rear wheel effectively and to do any of the kind of belt and variator services. So we've got both of those for each bike. So we're going to open this up. These will look familiar. We've used these in several of our other shop instructional videos. So there's the tool to lock the rear pulley and the tool for the front pulley. So nice to have those. Got an emergency foot pump here. That's what's in this bag here. I've never even seen this thing. Kind of a bicycle grade thing, but it's so you can kind of pump up a tire on the fly. Not sure how that works. I don't even know what this is. Let's check this out. Wow, look at that. That's a pretty nice gauge. I think this looks like bicycle grade stuff, don't you think, Scott?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it fits on the handlebars, how it's designed. So everything kind of fits in here like very, very easily. There's plenty of space, plenty of room to spare. Some electrical tape, that always comes in handy. Tucked in there, a couple rags just for good measure. Again, always comes in handy, doesn't hurt to have. Drop this thing here. We'll have some zip ties and some safety wire in there as well. You'll see that there's the tool roll. This is pretty much what we're taking as far as tools, some kind of common wrenches. Robot kind of seems to think that you can repair just about anything alongside the road with something like that. Handy dandy first aid kit, that's what's in this this number here. So that fits in and the tools fit in there. I'm gonna add a couple things to it, so we're not gonna totally close it up. But you can kind of see here's the top lid. And again, this is just some leftover zinc sheet metal that we kind of had kicking around. Went ahead and niced it up by putting this foam weather stripping. And then we even put this like chrome door edge molding on it just to really kind of tie the thing off. But it's set up, everything's directional, so this thing would go on there like so. And then you would basically take some fender washers and nuts and screw this down, and then you've got a nice flat surface for Scott to put his like baggage basically, or his luggage, and he's gonna be putting like one of those GV soft bags right on top. So that kind of gives you an idea of like some of the spare tools and spare parts we're taking, and everything fits nicely within this tire. So that's it. This is the blue GTS, counting down less than 48 hours to departure from this point forward. Still got plenty to do, but we are chipping away and getting there. See you soon.